University coming in at 12-16, 7-8 in Big Sky play. They need 2 more wins to reach a season of at least 500 in conference play, which would be a 6th consecutive year in which they have accomplished that. So Montana State trying to get to that mark and trying to stay out of the bottom 4 seeds, which include having to play that first round game on the first day of the tournament on Saturday out in Boise. At the moment, Montana State sitting tied for the 5th seed, just a half game ahead of Portland State, who is in the 7th seed. They are tied with Idaho State. So really tight stretch here down the stretch run for Montana State. They've got Idaho today, Eastern Washington on Saturday, and then home against Weber State after that. So that's what's on tap for Montana State. Meanwhile, Eastern Washington is trying to earn at least a share of the Big Sky Championship, the regular season championship, and they would have that if they can get the win tonight against Montana. But, of course, we'll keep an eye on all of that and more as the day progresses. All right, we're going to talk with head coach Matt Logie here in a bit. We'll get you caught up on all the other Big Sky scores. The women are playing tonight, and they're auctioning off those gold uniforms today as well in support of childhood cancer. So great opportunity to grab some unique Bobcat swag over at the women's game today, which will tip off at the same time as ours. All right, well, let's dive right into it and get into our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile and see why this Idaho team is going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. Well, this is an Idaho team that's sitting at 11-17, 5-10 in Big Sky play. That doesn't sound like much to write home about, but the 11 wins are the most wins they've had since the 2017-2018 season. They have struggled over recent seasons, have not made an NCAA tournament since 1990, and they were in last place in the Big Sky last year, and they lost their first game in the Big Sky tournament a year ago, leading to firing of their head coach, which brought in Alex Pribble, who is in his first D1 head coaching job, although he has plenty of experience coaching at the Division II level. But very much like Montana State, Idaho is just figuring themselves out with a new staff and a new collection of players. They've got a ton of guys who were not playing D1 or they were playing, D2 or JUCO that have come in here. So they've got a big collection of eclectic characters here that they're trying to piece together, and for them, Idaho has started to piece it together a little bit now. We'll talk with Coach Logie specifically about that in a bit, but a couple of the guys who have been putting that together are Quinn Denker, the San Jose native who started at a JUCO, went and played D2 ball at Cal State San Marcos, and now he's here as a third-year junior, leading the squad at 13 points per game. The Billings Skyview alum, Julius Mims, has been a big rush for them lately. He's coming off a 15-point performance in Idaho's last ball game, which was a win at Northern Arizona. Overall, Idaho got off to an abysmal start in Big Sky play, just 1-7 in the conference, but they then beat Montana State in Bozeman, and with that win included, they are now 4-3 in their last 7 games. Now, they again are sitting at 5-10, so the chase of the Cats and the Bengals for one of those last spots to not have to play the play-in game. But as of right now, they're sitting about 2.5 back with 3 games to go. So they're really just trying to make sure they get enough momentum to try to make a little noise on that first day of the Big Sky tournament and get things going in the right direction. They've had multiple games this year where they've had 0 seniors dressed or available for a game due to some injuries and the fact that they don't have many seniors. So very young team on the rise and playing in one of the most beautiful facilities in Big Sky play, ICCU Arena today. Really one of the beautiful ones, and just opening up last year. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get our Kendall Ford keys to the game. Later, we'll check in on the rest of the Big Sky, and then we'll sit down with head coach Matt Logie as we get set for the Bobcats and the Vandals from Moscow, Idaho. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m. and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook. And stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana.
We are back on the pregame show, getting set for our prime lending tip-off coming up at the top of the hour between Montana State and Idaho. For the Bobcats, trying to exercise some demons today. Of course, they lost here in football just on the other side of the parking lot, and they lost here last year to this Idaho team, which was the team that finished 10th out of 10 teams with the Big Sky. It was a tough day. It was the third game in 5 days. Cats had to fly out on a 7 a.m. flight on the Sunday after a night game at home. They came out here, played on that Monday, got off to a slow start, and Idaho was hitting some big shots in that one. Cats ended up losing it, and they ended up a game shy of a Big Sky regular season championship a year. So there is certainly some revenge in that regard. And on top of that, for Montana State losing against this team earlier this year, an opportunity for some revenge there as well. So it's a big game for Montana State as we dive into the Kendall Ford keys to the game. First and foremost, rebounding is going to be a massive, massive part of this game and what will decide tonight. Bobcats were out rebounded by 7 in the first meeting, and Julius Mims was just an absolute force. He had 14 rebounds in that game to go along with his 15 points, which was just not good enough, and he had a big-time second half in that ball game. Idaho overall shot 60% in the second half. Cats gave up 50 points in that second period when they hosted Idaho earlier this season. So for Montana State, got to lock down that defense, play a little better on the glass, and then just keep guys rolling. Look, we know Rob is beat up. We know Brian Garacki is in a slump. We know these things. It's not a surprise. But at the same side here, or the other side of the coin here, this is it. You got 3 games to go in the regular season. You've got a great opportunity to set yourself up with a quality seed for the Big Sky tournament again coming up, and you still have an opportunity not only to finish 500 in the conference, but also to finish with another winning record, which would be incredibly impressive considering just how good this conference has been this year compared to expectations coming in, and for all that Montana State lost. And I don't know if you've been following along with Utah State, but Darius Brown just hit a massive three-pointer on Tuesday night to help Utah State and Danny Spreekle off to an overtime win at Fresno. So they're doing some damage there, and of course the Cats feeling that loss, but they've been delivering some great moments as of late. Rob Ford continuing to do what he's done all year long. Eddie Turner got going this last weekend in a big way. Sam Leckalot continues to be the first man off the bench who's brought a lot of energy, and we've seen the emergence of Jed Miller and John Olmstead over the last 2 games as well, and hopefully they can keep things rolling for the Bobcats tonight as well. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get to the First Interstate Bank scoreboard, and then we'll sit down with head coach Matt Logie. It's the Bobcats and the Vandals from Moscow. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Everybody in your crew identifies as either Big Mac Burger, McNuggets, or McCrispy Sandwich. But you're the Filet-O-Fish Sandwich all day. That crispy fish, that savory tartar sauce, that melty cheese, that pillowy bun. Yeah, you get it. Every time.
Now, BOGO for $1 has your crew covered with Big Mac, Chicken McNuggets, and Filet-O-Fish. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for items equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Prime Lending, our one-of-a-kind mortgage approach combines a personal touch with just enough technology to turn a traditionally complex process into something better. Think of us like your home buying coach, friend, cheerleader, and teammate, all in one. From application to closing, we are your home loan partners that have your back every step of the way. Reach out to your local Prime Lending team to experience a home loan made simple. All loans subject to credit approval, rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Plains Capital Company, NMLS 13649, equal housing lender.
For every peak, valley, and plateau, for every mishap and every adventure, for every Montanan in every season of life, Bozeman Health is here to deliver care with quality, compassion, and respect. Because we see you as more than the patient you are today. We look to what's on the horizon for you and our community over the decades to come. That's care beyond care. Well beyond Bozeman Health.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
First West Insurance, a Montana-born company, has been helping friends and neighbors protect what they love most since 1972. From home and businesses to farm and ranch to life and health insurance, our team is dedicated to finding solutions that work for you. We believe in creating relationships as deep as our Montana roots. First West, your local insurance agency.
Found your dream home but dread having to move? Call Mesa Moving and Storage. We make moving fun. We work hard so you don't have to. We are here to help take the stress out of moving your home or business. If there's a move in your future, contact Mesa to handle the details so you can enjoy the experience. Mesa, the largest United agency family in Montana, is ready to take care of all your moving and storage needs. Call the friendly folks at Mesa, 406-285-7033.
Back again on the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Idaho today. Keaton Gillogly with you from Moscow as the Bobcats try to get rolling on the road. They are here tonight in Moscow against Idaho, and then they are at Eastern Washington coming up on Saturday afternoon before they close out the regular season hosting Weber on Monday. And don't forget, next week we will have one final edition of both the Bobcat Insider television show and Cat Chat over at Montana's Ribbon Chop House. We got a couple extra special giveaways to hand out to some fans who will be there on Tuesday night at 6:30 at Montana's Ribbon Chop House for the next edition of Cat Chat. All right, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard now, presented by First Interstate Bank. So here we go, looking at the final schedules in the Big Sky over this last week. All but two teams will play 3 games in 5 days. Everybody will play Saturday and on Monday. So Portland State and Sac State are the teams that have the 2-game weeks this week. But looking at what Montana State has, we mentioned that Northern Colorado is sitting at 10-5 right now, tied for the number 2 seed with Montana. They have the tiebreaker. Northern Colorado does. And so their team right now that, again, is sitting at 10-5, they're right there, but they have by far the most difficult schedule of anybody down the stretch. They're playing 3 consecutive road games. They're going to Weber, to Idaho State, and then to Flagstaff in northern Arizona. Getting from Pocatello to northern Arizona and Flagstaff over that Sunday is going to be highly, highly difficult. So they're in a tough spot. And then for Montana, they're kind of quietly putting some things together here. And they've got an opportunity to reach that number 2 seed. But, they've got obviously the inverse schedule of the Bobcats, and they'll have Idaho State on Monday. So on top of that, Weber will have a tough schedule with Northern Colorado, NAU, and then they've got to come up to Senior Day in Bozeman. They're sitting at 9-6. And for the Cats, decent schedule down the stretch, even with 2 of the more talented teams in the conference on the docket coming up. So that's kind of where things are roughly. If Eastern wins today, they are assured of at least a share of the Big Sky regular season championship for the second consecutive year. Scheduled tonight, Northern Colorado at Weber State, Northern Arizona at Idaho State, and Montana at Eastern Washington. So that's what we're watching there. The women are tipping off at 7 o'clock tonight. They're hosting Idaho as they come into the final week of the regular season at 9-6, comfortably out of that first day, and 2 games back of the 3 seed, 3 games back of the 2 seed with 3 to go. So that's a bit of a stretch. But overall, nice opportunity to finish things strongly for Tricia Binford and the women's squad. Taking a peek at the top 25 scoreboard today, 3 top-ranked games. Number 23, Gonzaga at San Francisco. Number 17, St. Mary's at Pepperdine. St. Mary's has already won the WCC this year. And then just down the road here, number 19, Washington State is hosting USC. So that is what's coming up around the Big Sky and the nation. And if we're keeping an eye on our guys over at Utah State, they're coming off that thrilling overtime win against Fresno State on Tuesday. They're hosting Air Force tomorrow with 3 games to go in total, and really a pretty decent schedule here for Sprinkle and that crew, and they are tied for first place in the Mountain West at 11-4. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we get back, we'll have an opportunity to sit down with head coach Matt Logie. We're getting set for Montana State and Idaho today. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years, making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman. When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
We're back on the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Idaho today as we kick off the final week of the regular season. I'm Keaton Gillogly, along with head coach Matt Logie. And Coach, one of the things you talked about in the last meeting against Idaho was just the energy of the guys coming off that Eastern win. How's the energy been in practice this week, and how confident are you in the guys being able to put forth the effort that you need?
Yeah, we've had a good week of prep. If you really look back at our season thus far, we've played our best basketball on Thursday nights. That's given us a little extra time to prepare. A little bit more rest with the depth that we've had, and we expect nothing different tonight. Our guys have been locked in on the process. They're disappointed in our performance the last time out, and I think that's motivating for sure.
Rebounding was a big key in that first meeting in the loss to the Vandals. What do you guys have to do to be successful in the class tonight?
Well, we just got to stay out of rotation so we can put a body on guys and make sure that we stay in neutral positions. They run a lot of ball screens, and so if you're not disciplined with your coverages, that can leave your team in partial rotations and leave creases on the glass. But again, ultimately, it just comes down to energy and physicality.
This is an Idaho team that did get off to a slow start with a lot of different pieces of personnel new here in Moscow, but they've really kind of started to turn it on now over the last couple of weeks. As you have watched their film, I mean, what are they doing, and how have they kind of turned the corner just a little bit here the last couple of weeks?
Well, they are simple, and I say that in a complimentary way because they pretty much just run ball screen after ball screen after ball screen, and so now that you're in February, you can do the math on how many reads that's been and what their expectations are in different scenarios. And so they very much, have an identity and know who they are. And, they play to those roles and have, continued to improve as the season goes along.
A couple of the individual pieces of personnel here for Idaho. Obviously, Quinn Denker is a guy who's been very, very good throughout the season. What's the game plan against Denker tonight?
Well, I think one of the big keys for them was moving him to the point guard position and allowing him to, be more of an extension of the coaching staff on the floor. Early in the year, they had Minnis playing the one and Denker playing off the ball. And Denker's just a very competitive, heady young man that, gets them into their stuff and makes good decisions. And that's helped them be, more efficient in the last month or so.
Julius Mims, what do you guys have to do to be successful against him today?
Yeah, the big thing with Mims is you just can't let him get behind you. He's so long and athletic that if he gets behind your ball screen defense, that they get a lot of lobs to him at the rim, and once the ball's in the air, you're not winning those 50-50 contests. Those are 100% shots for him. So, it's really about making sure that your guards can get back in front of the ball and allow your bigs to not have to have as much pressure at the point of the screen because really it's the rim that you're trying to protect.
All right, well, here we go. It's Montana State and Idaho today. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we've got our starting lineups and tip-off between the Bobcats and the Vandals. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Serious question. Have you ever shot deals so good that you had to go back for round two? Because I have. Yep, I'm talking about Kohl's Clearance. I just saved 85% after an extra 50% off so many, maybe too many, great finds. I got myself fleece sweats and a coat, my kids some PJs, my husband a sweater, and more. So going back to Kohl's for round three would be crazy, right? Select styles, extra 50% off clearance valid through February 29th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, ooh, pump it up.
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up Rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up Rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Banking doesn't stop because the weekend comes around or the sunset paints our big sky. We know you work hard for your money and need access to it 24/7, 365, wherever you are. Stockman Bank's online and mobile banking lets you live every single moment of your day with confidence to stay in touch with your money via smartphone, tablet, or desktop computer. See the difference banking with Stockman Bank makes for you. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, team, bring it in. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We got to show them what we're made of.
Woohoo, yeah!
We need to focus. Every save counts, especially when it comes to fill-ups at Conoco.
What? Coach?
We're going to go back out there and save money when we fill up with the Fuel Forward app. So anytime from this day forward, whenever we're at a Conoco, we're going to use that app. Bring it in. Conoco on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Conoco!
Let's go, Cats. Download the Fuel Forward app and save with every fill-up at Conoco. Proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series. Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. And by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
He's got it to the rack. Two-hand slam. Robert Ford for three. Got it! Put a stamp on it. You are witnessing the golden age of Bobcat basketball.
Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Our national anthem wrapped up, and we are ready for basketball between Montana State and Idaho today. All right, before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
I'm Keaton Gillogly with Will Gordon back in the studios as our producer tonight, and this is Montana State basketball coming in at 12-16 on the season, 7-8 during conference play, and for the Bobcats, an opportunity still to earn a 500 Big Sky season or better. They could still earn a winning conference season. If they're going to do that, though, they need 2 more wins out of these final 3, and they get an opportunity today against the Idaho Vandals. Idaho comes in at 11-17. Doesn't sound like much, but that's the most amount of wins that they have had since the 2017-2018 season. So it's been a long while since they've even been in a place like this. They're at 5-10 right now in conference play and are sitting in the 9th seed, and they cannot finish any worse than number 9 for the Big Sky tournament. But that doesn't really tell the whole picture. They have really come on as of late. Idaho now 4-3 in their last 7 games, and that strong stretch for them began in Bozeman when they took down the Bobcats earlier this year in an 81-75 decision. All right, we are just about ready to go for our Prime Lending tip-off coming up here at the top of the hour. Our Wheat Montana weather report today, pretty decent, I would say, out in, we're staying in Pullman, and we're in Moscow right now. So it's been pretty good. Had some light snow showers earlier this afternoon, but nothing that stuck to the road. And all in all, pretty decent weather as we get ready for our trip up to Spokane and then Cheney tomorrow for the Eastern Washington matchup on Saturday afternoon before busing home. After that, heading into Senior Day. All right, time now to take a look at the starting lineups, and we will begin first with the visiting Montana State Bobcats with head coach Matt Logie at the helm. No surprises in the Bobcats starting lineup today. Their guards are Robert Ford, Eddie Turner, Brian Garacki, and Tyler Patterson, with Brandon Walker starting in the front court today. On the other side for Idaho, this lineup put together by first-year head coach Alex Pribble. Their point guard is Quinn Denker, the Bay Area native out in California, who came up from the D2 ranks and is having a monster year for them and has hit some big-time shots throughout the year. Also in the backcourt, Trayvon Blassingame, a second-year sophomore. He had 8 points, 4 rebounds against Montana State in the first meeting. 6'5" guard E.J. Neal coming in with only 5 points per game right now, but has been starting for the last 4 contests and has been scoring it a little bit better as of late. Kyron Rose, one of their front court beasts at 6'9", 245, hit 13 points against the Bobcats first time out. And finally, the Billings native, Julius Mims, who had 15 points and 14 rebounds against Montana State in that ball game back at the Brick. All right, we are ready to go. Montana State is in the road navy blue uniforms today, and Idaho in the home whites. Standing on the gold but yellowish eye at center court. The ball is tossed in the air. The tip is won by the Idaho Vandals, and here we go from Moscow. Bobcats looking for their first ever win in this building, albeit a building that opened only last year. The Cats lost here on a Monday affair late in the season. Idaho with the first possession of the game, moved out to Mims and then tossed up the top for E.J. Neal as Idaho gets organized late in the shot clock. Neal on the drive against Turner, stops on the left block, forces it up, no good. Turner will get credit for a block and the rebound. Bobcats coming the other way from left to right, and Turner, who brings the ball up the floor here, slows it down and gets it set on the script via Vandals. Over to the right wing, Garacki. Up to the top, Turner, around to Patterson. He steps to the elbow, pulls up with a long 2, and that's good. Tyler Patterson gets things going. His folks here for the game today, a pretty good Bobcat crowd and contingent right behind us tonight as well. Bounce pass from the post, knocked free. Eddie Turner got his hand to the passing lane, and he forces the turnover. Cats the other way. Brandon Walker down to the left elbow, backs it out. Looking for Garacki, doesn't have him down to the post. Moves it around over to the right wing for Rob Ford. Up to the top for Garacki. Garacki steps to the elbow, has to back it out beyond the arc. Around to the right wing, Patterson's open, and that 3 ball is good. Tyler Patterson from the right wing drilling a long 3. Montana State up 5-0 in the first 90 seconds at Idaho. All 5 points coming from Tyler Patterson. Into Rose against Walker, pivoting on the right foot, blocked, out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Idaho, but big stuff by Brandon Walker. So Idaho will inbound their own baseline. It's Quinn Denker with the honors, who getting more and more run as the point guard, the primary ball handler for Idaho. In out to the left wing for Blassingame. Takes it down low, and Eddie Turner knocks it away again. He throws ahead. Garacki in transition, going right to the rack, finishes with the right hand on the left side. Eddie Turner's defense turns into Brian Garacki's offense, and Montana State landing an early punch with a 7-0 run to start the game in the first 2 minutes. Denker pivoting in the restricted area, able to put the first bucket of the day up for Idaho. Tough finish on the left side of the rim. Montana State into the front court. 18 minutes to go in the first half. Bobcats are leading 7-2 against the Vandals. Patterson out to the right wing. Throws it up to the top for Rob Ford. Over to Walker, still on the perimeter. Working his way right. Into the lane now, down to the left block to the rack. Left-hand layup is good. Brandon Walker taking his man off the bounce. Walker's got his first 2 points today. Get 14 in the first meeting. Rose moves it around the perimeter as Idaho sets it up, trailing 9-2, 17.5 to play in the first. Neal with a drive, kick to the top. Denker an open 3, got it. That was a heck of a pass from E.J. Neal underneath. He was in the air underneath the backboard, and he finds Denker out top. Denker, one of the top 3-point shooters on this roster, doesn't miss much. Cats up 4 with the ball, 17 minutes to go in the first half. Brian Garacki fall-away jumper, missed it from the left elbow. Rebound to Idaho. Denker into the front court, and the Vandals get set. 2-5 in Big Sky play here in Moscow. Around to the left corner for Neal. Moving right, throws into the post, kick out to the right corner. Here's a 3-ball up and good. Trayvon Blassingame reins it in, a 41% three-point shooter. Montana State back into the front court, leading by 1, up 9-8, 16.5 to play in the first half. Ford's been really off the ball a lot early on. Into Garacki in the right corner, working the baseline on Mims. Nowhere to go. Has to bring it back out. 8 to shoot. Over to Ford on the left wing, 5. Ford crossing over. Step back, left wing, 3. Book it. Oh, Rob Ford is a killer. Big time bucket by Rob Ford. His first 3 of the day. 6th in conference with 64 of those this season. Idaho with the ball to our left now. Mims with a touch up top. Handoff to Denker coming off a screen. Works his way down to the right block. Goes up. Missed the layup with Brandon Walker there defensively. And Walker has the rebound. Pushed ahead. The Cats set it up with a 12-8 lead. 15:50 to go in the first half. Walker to the right wing. Takes it down to the right baseline. Now try to back it in. Spins left shoulder. Goes up with the right hand. Is able to finish. It's been consistent so far. The officials not really calling much on either side. It's been a free-flowing game, and Brandon Walker showing his strength finishing through some contact. Mims out on the left elbow. Swatted away from behind by Turner. Ball loose on the floor, and Brandon Walker comes out of traffic with it. Bobcats force another turnover. Ford from the left wing, slashing to the rim. Gets underneath, kicks it out. Turner, topside 3, short. And Mims has the rebound. Oh, good penetration that time by Montana State, but could not turn it into offense. Here's a drive in underneath. Knocked free by Rob Ford. Eddie Turner picks it up again. He throws over to Ford on the left wing, trailing into the left corner. Patterson letting it fly. Count it! Tyler Patterson from the left corner reins in the 3 off the assist from Rob Ford. And a timeout called by Idaho. Our first stoppage of play. And it's been about 5 minutes played within 5 regular minutes. So this is a free-flowing affair, and that will lead us to a timeout. 14:53 to go in the first half. Montana State leading Idaho 17-8. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
For every adventure and every mishap, Bozeman Health provides expert, personalized care to each person, going well beyond traditional health care. We're your partner in health and well-being, working together for your day-to-day and the decades to come. With care sites in Belgrade, Big Sky, and Bozeman, and with the only hospitals in the Gallatin Valley, Bozeman Health keeps your care close to home. Find a Bozeman Health provider today at bozemanhealth.org.
All right, team, bring it in. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We got to show them what we're made of. Woohoo, yeah! We need to focus. Every save counts, especially when it comes to fill-ups at Conoco.
What? Coach?
We're going to go back out there and save money when we fill up with the Fuel Forward app. So anytime from this day forward, whenever we're at Conoco, we're going to use that app. Bring it in. Conoco on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Conoco! Let's go, Cats. Download the Fuel Forward app and save with every fill-up at Conoco. Proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, we remind you that the Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com today. Also, Town Pump's a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions from your local Town Pump. Montana State has forced 4 turnovers, 4 steals from Eddie Turner, and they're knocking down the 3 ball with great efficiency. And with that, Montana State has a 17-8 lead over Idaho with 14:45 to go in the first half. And Sam Leckelot, or was it Eddie Turner, picking up a quick foul, and it is actually Eddie Turner who picks up his first foul as he incidentally tripped the ball handler Christian Gonzalez. first whistle of the game outside of the timeout that Idaho just called, which sent us to our last break. Lobbed up to the top, and Idaho gets it set up. Mims has the dribble up at the top of the key. Over to the right wing. D'Angelo Minnis coming off the bench. Throws it back up to the top for Taryn Frank. Only 8 to shoot. Frank works his way down to the left baseline, working on Naduka. Kick into the right corner. Here's a three. That's no good from Denker. And Naduka wins a hard-fought rebound as he tips it ahead to Eddie Turner. Turner down to the left elbow. Picks up the dribble. Gives it to Lekalot. Cats setting it up. Down to the right baseline. Naduka slings up to the top. Lekalot pumps the three. Got into the lane. Kicks it to Ford on the right corner. Back to Naduka. Out to Patterson. Left corner. Three. Book it. Big pump of the fist from head coach Matt Logie. Boy, he loves that one. And for Tyler Patterson, he's got 3 threes tonight. All sponsored by Wendy's. Montana State up 20-8. 13:50 to go in the first half. Around to the top. Mims on the drive. Runs into a wall. Leans in anyway and is able to finish it. He just floated that thing up over 3 defenders. Julius Mims, tough finish in the middle of the lane. Montana State leading by 10. 13:33 to go in the first half. Bobcats are 4 of 5 from downtown today, with 3 of those falling from Tyler Patterson's hands. Eddie Turner, who has 4 steals tonight, takes it down to the left corner. Turner curling into the lane, stops, turns, floats, short, rebound tip. Turner gets it, and the Bobcats have an offensive rebound to set back up into Naduka, and we got a foul. Naduka was getting hugged, and then he kind of extended his arm after the fact, which sent Gonzalez down to the floor hard, but Naduka turned and immediately tried to help him up. Eddie Turner will take a seat. What a start. Turner, 3 rebounds, 4 steals so far. No points, but that is fine when you're pulling down that many rebounds and steals in the first 7 minutes. Bobcats up 10 with the ball. Ford lobs it into Naduka, makes a contested catch, and he hands off to Jed Miller, who gets his first run of the night. Miller throws over to Lekalot on the right wing, looking for the post, doesn't have it. Over to Ford, down to the right baseline, Naduka. 7 to shoot, up to Ford, steps to his right, down to the elbow, and draws a hand check and a body bump. Nothing too crazy, but D'Angelo Minnis with his first foul. A nice job by Rob to just get in the way of that contact. The Cats will inbound again. A long possession here with the Cats up by 10. 12:55 to go first half. Naduka underneath, pump fake up, lays it, good. Chika Naduka able to finish a calm lay-in. Nice to see for a guy who's only scored 2 points in the last 3 games. Chika Naduka has 2 early points tonight to give the Bobcats a 12-point lead. Minnis to the free throw line. Jumper, no. Rebound tip. Cats win it. Naduka tipped it to Patterson, and here comes Montana State. Jed Miller into the front court, left around to screen. Throws into the right corner for Lekalot. Down to the right baseline. Here's Naduka back to the basket from 15 feet out. Kicks it out. Miller, travel. Little indecision. Just barely dragged the pivot foot. At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. Montana State 9 of 12 from the field, 5 rebounds so far. Idaho 4 of 9 from the field, 3 rebounds to this point. Bobcats leading 22-10 over the Vandals with 12:21 to go in the first half. Solid crowd on this Thursday night. It's not the biggest arena, but certainly one of the cleanest and most aesthetically pleasing arenas in the Big Sky. Here's Frank to the free throw line. Has to kick it back out to the right wing. Minnis looking for the entry pass. Finds it with a bounce pass down to the right block. Hardy tried it back in. We've got an offensive foul. Taryn Frank ran over Chika Naduka. So Frank picks up the foul, his first. Boy, Coach Logie talked about the energy and the effort the team needed to bring into this game that they did not bring into the first meeting on a Saturday in Bozeman. And the Bobcats certainly have brought it and more to start the night. 12-point lead with 12 minutes to go in the first half. Bobcats with the ball to our right. Naduka holding near the right elbow. Hands it off for Brian Garacki trying to get going. Shuffling around on the right wing. Throws to Lekalot around to Miller left wing. Now he steps up, dials up a 3, and it swirls home. Jed Miller knocking down the 3 ball, and it's all falling early tonight. Bobcats 5 of 6 from beyond the arc to start the day. Wow. That's 5 Wendy's 3-pointers for Montana State. You're out. Takes it to the top as Idaho sets it up and gets organized. Over to the right wing. Then back to the top of the key. Hardy wraps it around to the left corner. Here's a drive on the left baseline, up with a floater. No, but a foul. Viduka with a bit of a shove, and Chika picks up his first foul, which takes us to a timeout. Bobcats shooting the lights out early, 77% to begin this Thursday night. 11 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State leads it 25-10 over Idaho. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
The snow is falling and temps are dropping, Bobcat fans, so it's the perfect time to cozy up with heartwarming soups and comfort food. Elevate your kitchen game and create magic tonight with La Cuisine's premium cookware. Don't forget the secret ingredient, a new top-selling cookbook. Attend a cooking class and you'll learn how to make every meal a slam dunk. La Cuisine is Bozeman's boutique kitchen store, and we can help you create the perfect table with our curated Montana-made and European dining treasures. Discover the ideal blend of style and functionality at La Cuisine, 2405 West Main.
Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy Loaded Tortilla Soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you're staying strong and healthy on and off the field. We're back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:14 to go in the first half. Montana State leads it 25-10. Cats up 15. As Idaho will get some free throws here from Titus Yearout, the second-year freshman, an Idaho native. The first free throw is good. So Montana State 5 of 6 from downtown, sponsored, of course, by Wendy's. 3 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Next shot is up and good. Yearout hits them both. He's now 11 for 13 from the free throw line this year. Bobcats facing a little zone press in the backcourt. Quick slicing passes. The Bobcats break through it with no trouble. Into the middle of the zone. Bounce pass down to Brandon Walker. Turns with a righty hook. Rimming no. But Idaho grabs the rebound. But Coach Logie liked what he saw there. Encouraging round of applause as the boys comes back down the floor from right to left. Idaho with it. You're out to the free throw line. Pivoting. And has to throw it out to the left wing. Minnis probing. Down to the Big Sky logo. Throws it back out to the top with 10 to shoot. Bounce down to the right baseline. 7 to shoot. Taryn Frank inside. Double team. 3 seconds to shoot. Frank leans in between 2 defenders. Missed it off the window. Walker the rebound. Long pass ahead, and the Bobcats into the front court. Montana State setting it up. Miller over to the left wing. Down to the left baseline for Brandon Walker. Walker back to the basket, one-on-one, back and in, shoulder to chest, into the lane, pivots with a left foot, and goes up with a left hand and lays it home. Brandon Walker, 6 points in the first 10 minutes. Looking strong and efficient again for Montana State. Up to the top, Taryn Frank lets it fly. That 3 ball's no good, and Brandon Walker has another good rebound, his third of the day in the early going. Walker's been good on the glass to start. Eddie Turner down to the right baseline, nowhere to go, so he backs it out. Bounce to the right elbow for Garacki against a big. He takes it inside, had his pocket picked by Gonzalez. Turnover by Montana State. Just their second in the early going. Montana State leads 27-12, 9:30 remaining first half. Minnis over to the right wing, takes it down into the corner, brings it back up to the top and gives it to Frank, pestered by Lecolot. Hand off to Yearout. Nowhere to go, backing it out near the half-court line with 10 to shoot. You're out to the right wing, trying to break it down. Gets past Garacki down to the left block, lays it up and in. Titus Yearout. A lot of dribbling, but found a way to get it done. Tough finish. 9:11 to go in the first half. Montana State is leading 27-14 over Idaho. Eddie Turner on the drive, cut off, gives it to Walker on the left elbow. Out to Garacki. He lets it fly. That's no good from three at the top. And Idaho has the rebound. Garacki has not hit a three in his last 4 games, including tonight. Minnis hands it off at the top. Gonzalez will slight bobblehead, forces him to reset. 8:40 to go in the first half. Montana State up 27-14. Very aesthetically pleasing ball game tonight. Lob into the post, catch is made, and Brian Garacki is there with a block. He knocks it away from Taki Hardy. He wanted a goaltend, won't get the call, and Montana State comes the other way. Down to the left corner, like a lot. Throws it out to the top. Eddie Turner has it. Trying to get it organized. Logie wants Turner to call timeout, but they call an offensive foul inside before he could get it in, and Garacki picks up a foul. Tough. So first foul on Garacki as Logie was trying to get Eddie Turner to call timeout, but couldn't get him to hear him. And a tough break there. 8:13 to go in the first half. Both teams thought it was about to be media timeout, but it is not. So they're trying to get everybody back on the floor. A little miscommunication there. 8:13 to go in the first. 27-14, Montana State leading. So Sam Leckalot in for Brian Garacki. A lot of confusion there about the media timeout and who's coming in and out. Idaho has the ball, and they move from right to left. Bobcats up 27-14 over the Vandals with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Bounce to Denker, takes it down to the right baseline. Working on Eddie Turner, backing into the mid-post, had it hook free and out of bounds. We'll stay here with Idaho when we come back, but boy, Eddie Turner has been an absolute menace on the defensive side of the ball. For the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, we tell you that with 7:59 to go in the first half, Montana State leads Idaho 27-14. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
It's time for a wellness tip from SCL Health, now Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:59 to go in the first half. Idaho has the ball, but they trail Montana State 27-14. It's a new season at Kohl's with everyday styles at great prices. You can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. The women hosting Idaho right now, about midway through the second quarter, and Montana State leads that one 20-16. Natalie Picton, 3 of 4 from downtown. That's 3 Wendy's three-pointers for Natalie Picton today to lead all scorers. Meanwhile, Weber and Northern Colorado are tied at 20 in the midway through the first half. Idaho State leading Northern Arizona 20-17, and Eastern Washington trying to clinch a share of the Big Sky title today. They lead Montana 27-26 with 7:30 to go in the first half. Idaho with the ball. They'll inbound in their own baseline with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Looking, and they find Denker out of the right wing, who slices across the lane, gets into a post position, turns with a righty hook. That's no good, and Brandon Walker has another hard-fought rebound. Walker's brought a little extra juice on the glass today. Walker to the left wing. Gives it to Turner up top, who's been playing with a lot of confidence today. Turner with the dribble. Trying to get the play call in. They don't look organized here. We've seen this at times for the Bobcat offense. Give it to Walker, then to Ford off a screen to the right wing. Ford down to the right block, 6 to shoot. Out to Turner at the top. He tries a late three. That's no good, a flat shot. And the Bobcats looked muddled that time offensively. Handoff over on the left wing, up to the top. Rose lobs into the post. Bad pass. Brandon Walker makes the catch. Boy, that was way off the mark. Cats force another turnover. Here's Ford into the lane, kicks it out. Walker around to Turner on the left wing. Back down to Walker, going to the rack, blocked underneath. Rose got there along with Mims. Idaho coming the other way. Blassingame sets it up. Topside three. No. Rebound. Bobcats. Tyler Patterson won it with Brandon Walker and then kept the dribble as he fell down to a knee. Great athleticism from Tyler Patterson. 6:40 remaining in the first half. Montana State leading 27-14. John Olmstead will check in on the next stoppage. Lecolot down to the right baseline for Walker. One-on-one against Rose. Mims is there to help if he needs it. 7 to shoot. Now the double team. Walker gets into the lane. Lefty hook. No, just left it short. Idaho has the rebound. The Bobcats starting to clam up offensively, and then they lose Denker, who drills a wide-open three. Oh, that was a mistake. Quinn Denker is deadly from deep. And he gets the crowd going a bit. Cut this deficit to 10. Montana State leading 27-17, 6:05 remaining in the first half. Walker gives it to Ford out on the perimeter. Crosses over left, steps into the lane, gets down to the right block, pivoting, and gets rid of it. Out to Lecolot on the perimeter. 6 to shoot to Ford in the right corner. Ford with 3 down to the right baseline, puts up a contested floater. Good! Right as the shot clock expired, high-arcing teardrop out of the hand of Rob Ford on the right baseline. And that snaps a scoring drought for Montana State. Bobcats back up by 12, 5:30 remaining first half. Mims and a jump ball on the drive. Rob Ford came in and wrapped it up. Montana State's defense has been exquisite today. Welcome sight after giving up 50 points in the second half against Idaho at home earlier this year. Bobcat basketball is brought to you in part by your locally owned McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food. Order from anywhere and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. 5:29 to go in the first half. Montana State came out shooting the lights out today, and they maintain a 29-17 lead. Over to the left wing, Patterson. He gives it to Ford from the left sideline. Ford drives down to the left baseline. Tough angle shot. Left it short. John Olmstead comes in with the offensive rebound. Kick to Lecolot. Bang! Oh, baby, what a rebound by John Olmstead. Streaking in from the left wing. And as he leapt over the baseline, threw a dart to Lecolot, who made it count with a right wing three. My goodness, what a play. Out to the left wing. Neal steps in for a 17-footer. That's no good. Olmstead with a rebound. Pushed ahead to Lecolot on the right wing. Handoff for Ford. Dials up a 3. Count it! Oh, it's all falling from downtown now. Second 3 for Rob Ford. 7th downtown dagger in the first half. Montana State up 35-17. 4:30 remaining in the first half. Denker into the lane. Had it poked away. Loose ball and a foul. Olmstead bit on the shot fake and then came down hard on Taki Hardy. First foul on Olmstead, but how about the burst by John Olmstead heading into his final 3 games of the regular season, the final 3, really 4 guaranteed games, because he'll have 1 Big Sky tournament game of his long career. So free throws here for Taki Hardy. He's been getting some more run as of late. Season high 10 points in the Idaho win against NAU last week. First free throw is no good. Hardy just 53% from there. Know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana, 811.org. 7 Wendy's three-pointers for Montana State, 7 of 10 from deep. And they've got 6 steals, 4 of them by Eddie Turner. 5 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Frank tucks in his white jersey, gets the ball back from the official, and lining up his second free throw. The shot is up and good. So Hardy splits the free throws. First point of the day for him. Montana State moving from left to right with a comfortable 35-18 lead over Idaho. 4:15 to go in the first half. Over to Patterson, around to the top for Turner. Down to the left baseline, into Olmstead on the left block. Kicks it out to Turner, top side. He drives and kicks. Patterson, left corner, 3. No. Long rebound, and Idaho tracks it down. That's okay. Good ball movement by the Cats. That's the shot they're looking for. And it's not so much about making a basket every time down the floor. It's just about executing the play, and sometimes shots will fall. Left corner 3, and that's good. Trayvon Blassingame got away from the Bobcat defense. Had a wide open left corner 3 ball. Drained it in like a bullseye. 35-21, 3:35 to go in the first half. Montana State trying to snap a 2-game skid against the Vandals. Not too many losing streaks in the all-time series against Big Sky foes right now. Ford down to the right block, lays it up and in off the glass. Boy, just kind of lulled his man to sleep. Slowly took him into the post and just floated it home. And it's taken away. Rob Ford with a steal. He's one-on-one in transition. Little help from Lecolot. Pops. Jumper, no. Lecolot, offensive rebound. He sends it out to Ford. He's wide open for 3. That's no good. Lecolot, another rebound. Up, good, and 1. Sam Lecolot, a pair of offensive rebounds. Draws the foul and is able to lay it in for the second chance points. And he's got more coming up at the line after that. Oh, man, the Bobcats putting together one of their best games on the glass this season. They have been tremendous in their effort and energy to clean the glass and in the rebounding battle. And Sam Lecolot bringing the juice again. We're taking a break from the first Interstate Bank broadcast position. 2:59 to go in the first half. Montana State leads Idaho 39-21. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position with 2:59 to go in the first half. Montana State leading Idaho 39-21. Bobcats doing some heavy lifting on the glass today. A welcome sight for Montana State. They're +5 on the glass right now. 4 offensive rebounds. 4 rebounds total for Brandon Walker and Eddie Turner. Sam Lecolot just picked up back-to-back offensive rebounds, turned it into a bucket and 1, and he is at the line now. Lecolot with 5 points tonight. Cannot add to it on the free throw, and Idaho has the rebound as they move from right to left. 39-21, Bobcats in front, 2:50 remaining in the first half. Montana State with some revenge on their mind against this Idaho squad. Gonzalez down to the right block, goes up, blocked by Rob Ford, but can't save it across the baseline. Wow. Ford got up. He's got a big cheesy smile on his face. He got in the air so much earlier than Gonzalez got there and went straight up with clean verticality and got the block. That was beautiful. So they're going to put 30 on the shot clock, saying Ford had possession after the block. Idaho to inbound. Still looking, and a lob hauled in by Frank, but a contested catch. Frank down to the left baseline, working inside on Garacki, lays it up. Good. Little bully ball inside by Taryn Frank for his first 2 points. One of his better games of the year came against Montana State. Cats with it to our right. Lob down low. Olmstead kicks into the right corner. Extra pass to Ford. Around to Garacki. Drives the left wing. Handoff inside. Tipped out of bounds. Staying here with Montana State with plenty of time on the shot clock. Great ball movement that time by the Bobcat offense. They're looking crisp today. Yeah, this is the ceiling. This is what we've seen when the Cats are playing their best. Ford double team, pivoting out of it, and somehow passes it down low. Here's Garacki, who lays it in with the right hand. Cats avoid a turnover. Ford with an outlet pass, and Garacki makes it count. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 41-23, Montana State on top. Big time half for Montana State. To the left wing. Handoff out there. You're out to the free throw line. Cut off by Turner. Has to back it out again. Setting it up late in the shot clock. 8 to shoot. You're out on the drive. Kick into the right corner. Here's a three. Short. I think it got partially blocked by Olmstead. It did, so it's going to stay with Idaho with 2 seconds on the shot clock. So Olmstead got a piece, hit the side of the backboard, and went out of bounds over the baseline. So Idaho will inbound with 2 seconds on the shot clock here. In the final 96 seconds of the first half. Getting organized, setting it up. You're out, ready to go. Gets it handed to him by the official underneath. Lob out to the top, catch is made. Blasting game with a shot. No good from three. Rebound tipped, loose, foul underneath. And I think it's going on Rob for the late swipe down. It is. Rob Ford picks up his first foul. That was a tough situation. Olmstead actually tipped that rebound out of the hands of, I believe it was Garacki, maybe Patterson, but Olmstead knocked it away from a Bobcat. So Idaho will inbound again. Into Gonzalez in the left corner, and he takes it out to the top. Gonzalez sets it up for the Vandals. Works his way right, spins back to his left, picks up the dribble, and tosses to the top. Here's Frank looking for space on Patterson. Spins into a double team. Knocked free by Eddie Turner again. Out to Garacki after the loose ball got picked up. Montana State into the front court. Final minute and 5 seconds to go in the first half. Cats up big, up 41-23. Turner into the right corner for Patterson. Down to Olmstead, out on the right baseline, out high. Starting to back in, kicks it out. Patterson back to Olmstead. Bad pass, turned it over. Idaho going the other way. Year out into the lane, lays it up. No, tip back, yes. Christian Gonzalez following, and he's got his first 2 points. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State leading 41-25. Ford. And an offensive foul. Started to go to his right. Gonzalez took the contact. Ford asking, did I extend my arm? Close play, close call. Ford picks up his second. Tough offensive foul to pick up. So 35 seconds to go in the first half. 30 seconds on the shot clock. So 5-second differential here. Montana State leading 41-25. 7 Wendy's three-pointers in the first half for Montana State. Idaho inbounds it, and they'll milk a little bit of this clock. Gonzalez hanging out near the half-court line with a standing dribble. Bobcats led today by Patterson and Ford, who are each in double figures in the first half. Patterson with 11, Ford with 10. Here we go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gonzalez initiates the offense. He drives to his left, throws to the free throw line. Hardy spins up with the left hand, got it to go. Bobcats get the rebound, or inbounded. 5 seconds left of the first half. Miller into the front court with 2. Out to Lekalot, puts up a contested 3. No, and that's how the end of the first half plays out. Overall, Heck of an effort by Montana State in the first half. They shoot 59%, and they lead 41-27 over Idaho at the half. We're taking a break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For every peak, valley, and plateau, for every mishap and every adventure, for every Montanan in every season of life, Bozeman Health is here to deliver care with quality, compassion, and respect. Because we see you as more than the patient you are today. We look to what's on the horizon for you and our community over the decades to come. That's care beyond care. Well beyond. Bozeman Health.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
Welcome to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Montana State having one of their better shooting halves of the season. The Bobcats leading after one half of play, up 41-27 over Idaho. Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. This is the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show now, and for Montana State, they hit 77 Wendy's three-pointers in the first half, 7 of 12. They shoot 59% overall and go 0 of 1 from the free throw line. They weren't calling a lot, but it was very even, and honestly, it made for a great watch in that first half. Meanwhile, Idaho, 40% from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. The rebounding margin ended up even, 14 apiece. But Idaho's been solid on the glass this year. The Bobcats do have 4 offensive rebounds in that first half. One of the big stories of this game is the Bobcat defense. 8 steals in the first half, leading to 9 turnovers for Idaho. Eddie Turner has 5 steals in this game through the first half of play. A remarkable number. Rob Ford has another 2 steals, which puts him at 82 steals on the year. 12 back of the single-season program record held by Chris Conway from the 1987-88 season. Tyler Patterson, 11 points, 3 of 4 from downtown. Rob Ford with 10 points tonight, 5 for Lekalot, 4 for Garacki, 6 for Brandon Walker, who also had 4 rebounds today. Chikanaduka, 2 points in 3.5 minutes, and Jed Miller hits a 3 as well in his 5 minutes of play. And then John Olmstead had a couple of big rebounds, including a massive offensive rebound as well. On the other side, Quinn Denker led the way with 8 points on 3 of 6 shooting. Titus Yearout had 4. Takai Hardy had 3. Frank had 2. Gonzalez had 2. Mims had 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers in the first half. Only got 1 shot off. And then Trayvon Blasingame had a good first half. He had 6 points, knocking down a pair of 3-point shots. So for the Bobcats, a phenomenal offensive run in that first half, and as a result, they've got a 41-27 lead over the Vandals at halftime. Northwest Crossing is springing to life with brand new homes now selling by Williams Homes. Discover airy, comfortable floor plans with built-in value in the 600,000s. Residents can walk to neighborhood parks, shopping, dining, and retail, plus to be close to good schools. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. We're taking a break on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Montana State leading it 41-27 over Idaho. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman. When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Heck of a first half for the Bobcat offense, shooting 59% from the field through the first 20 minutes. The Bobcats leading it 41-27 at halftime over Idaho. We're on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show now. We get to our McDonald's delivery of the half, presented by our locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana, and that is going to Eddie Turner for his 5 steals in the first half, delivering turnovers. Eddie Turner, the McDonald's delivery of the half. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have an opportunity to take a look around the rest of the Big Sky scoreboard and get you up to date on what the women are doing at home at the Brick. Montana State leading Idaho 41-27. This is the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
When your day one proves they're a real one by showing up with McDonald's breakfast before you even get out of bed. The Friends Don't Let Friends Skip Breakfast deal.
Real friends also understand if you eat their hash browns before you even drive back.
It's buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's with 5 options to mix and match. Sausage McMuffin, burrito, McGriddles, biscuit, or hash browns. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Found your dream home but dread having to move? Call Mesa Moving and Storage. We make moving fun. We work hard so you don't have to. We are here to help take the stress out of moving your home or business. If there's a move in your future, contact Mesa to handle the details so you can enjoy the experience. Mesa, the largest United agency family in Montana, is ready to take care of all your moving and storage needs. Call the friendly folks at Mesa, 406-285-7033.
Back on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Bobcats leading at 41-27 over Idaho. This game is brought to you in part by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. The final Thursday of the regular season with a nearly full slate. Sac State and Portland State are off today, but they'll play on Saturday and on Monday. So some scores from around the Big Sky with everything at halftime right now. A battle of the two guys who are atop the conversation for Big Sky Player of the Year. St. Thomas of Northern Colorado, Dylan Jones of Weber State. Northern Colorado leading it at halftime, up 36-33. Northern Colorado still has a shot to share the Big Sky Conference Championship. In fact, if they were to win out and Eastern were to lose out, Northern Colorado could win it outright, but that's quite a few steps away. St. Thomas, 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting with 3 rebounds, while Dylan Jones, 7 points, 1 of 7 from the field with 10 rebounds and 4 assists in the first half. But Northern Colorado sitting at 10-5, tied for second place, leads Weber up 36-33 in Ogden. Idaho State leading Northern Arizona. That's a good sign for the Bobcats. We want NAU to not come anywhere near those 5 and 6 seeds. The Bobcats have the tiebreaker over Idaho State, so they can win as much as they want. Idaho State leading that game 38-35 against NAU. Idaho State and Braden Parker was the Big Sky Player of the Week this week. Finally, Montana trying to deny Eastern Washington a share of the conference title today. Montana leading Eastern 41-38. So it could be a lot of movement up top with the top 4 teams in the conference all playing each other tonight. All right, we'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. More of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show coming up after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
We wrap up the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show as we get ready to start the second half with Montana State holding a 41-27 lead over Idaho. Meanwhile, the women lead by 7 at halftime, hosting the Vandals in Bozeman, up 30-23. Natalie Picton, 3 threes with the game-high 11 points and 3 rebounds in the ball game. And for the Bobcats and Coach Binford, 5 3-pointers for them. So that is a great, great sign as they continue to move forward. Dykstra and Lamardo have the other threes made in that game. All right, before we start the second half, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
I'm Keaton Gillogly with Will Gordon back in the studios today. We are getting set for the second half. Montana State at 7-8 in Big Sky play. They need 2 more wins to assure themselves of at least a 500 Big Sky Conference season, and they're trying to avenge 2 straight losses against this Idaho Vandals program, which is having their best year since 2018. All right, here we go. Idaho inbounds the basketball, and we are underway in the second half. Vandals in the home whites operating to our right offensively. Mims, who had a quiet first half, holds at the top, throws around to the right wing, and back to the top for Mims. Given to Rose. Around the perimeter, handoff to Blasingame, turns the corner, had it knocked free momentarily, recovers, and then Garacki with a steal. Eddie Turner set it up, and the Bobcats come the other way. Eddie Turner's defense tonight has been on another planet. Bobcats with the ball to our left. Brandon Walker gives it to Patterson, back down to Walker on the right block against Rose, back to the basket. Setting it up one-on-one. Little help defense, comes down with a rake. Spins to his left shoulder, lays it up. No, but draws a foul. Look, hey, they're swallowing the whistles. It has been even. It's been, frankly, a pretty well-officiated game today. But that took a hefty shove to knock Walker to the ground and send him to the line. He's a big man. He went down hard, kind of holding his left elbow as he went down on that arm first. So Brandon Walker, after 6 points in the first half, and 19 points on Saturday, setting it up at the free throw line for the first of 2. And that is no good. The foul, by the way, was on Kyson Rose, his first. In Montana, parenting is important to us. Figuring it out doesn't come easy. The ParentingMontana.org podcast, we talk with experts about the challenges and joys of being in a parenting role. ParentingMontana.org tools for your child's success. Walker hits the second free throw. Splits the pair, 7 points for Walker, and Montana State leads 42-27. Idaho sets it up offensively. Denker on the drive to the rack. Came up short. Eddie Turner affected the shot. Ford with a rebound into the front court. Ford crosses over, driving with the righty dribble. Handoff underneath. Walker dribbles twice. Had it poked free, and it's stolen. Idaho coming the other way. Denker had it knocked out of bounds from behind by Ford. It's going to stay with Idaho, but a nice job by Rob Ford getting back and poking that thing away. At least stopped the fast break. Idaho ready to inbound. From their baseline, it's lobbed up to the top of the key. Mims moves to his left with a standing dribble. Give it to Denker. Back to Mims. Working on the perimeter. Hand off to Blasingame. Takes it down to the mid-post. Brings it back out. Fires into the right corner. Neal on the drive. Lost it. Tipped ahead. Oh, and Idaho won it. Bobcats knocked it away from themselves. Alley-oop tried. Mims can't finish. Montana State the other way. Almost a little too much hustle. Cats knocking the ball away from their teammates. Seen that twice tonight. Ford fires into the right corner for Eddie Turner, who's been the defensive stalwart. Out to the top for Ford, steps to the elbow. His jumper is good. First bucket for Rob Ford in the second half. A dozen points for Rob tonight, who has 967 in his career, playing in his 97th Division I game. Out to the left wing, here's a three. Rose left it short, skims the nylon and goes out of bounds. Bobcat basketball with 17:59 to go in the second half. Montana State leads it 44-27. Absolutely massive game for the Bobcats as they try to stay out of the bottom four and earn a bye into the quarterfinals. Hey, as the talk's been the last couple of weeks, if you're in and sitting in that quarterfinal spot, just 3 games in 3 days, some magical dancing could happen. It's a long road to that, though, with 2.5 games left in the regular season. Cats are back in action at First Place Eastern on Saturday. Rob Ford, topside three. That's no good. Quick trigger. Idaho with a rebound. Denker into the front court. Slows it down to the right wing and moves it up to Mims. Around to Neal on the left wing. He drives down to the left baseline, spins, hook shot up. No, Rob Ford the rebound. Garacki had the defense to affect the shot. Cats into the front court with a 44-27 lead early in the second half. Ford penetrates his pass from the baseline, tipped. Walker gets into the scrum. That ball is loose. Everybody diving on the hardwood, and now we've got a whistle. We're good. Quick whistle there. Everybody's kind of piling on top of each other. Walker's on top of one of the Vandals. Nothing dirty but dangerous for sure. Yeah, and Walker daps up last in game. All clean, all good. And they're calling a jump ball. So it's Montana State basketball. So well done, well handled by the officials there too. That wasn't, even though it was a massive bodies and it was kind of a lot in there and it was, feisty and it was a fight for the ball. It wasn't vicious, and you could kind of sense that. It was just more happenstance with those guys going hard for the rock. Into Lekalot, back to Garacki in the left corner. Pumps the three, takes it to the left elbow. Bounce down to Lekalot on the left block. Back to the basket against Mims. Brings it out, throws to the perimeter for Garacki. He dribbles left. Garacki against Mims, 5 to shoot. Garacki spins to the free throw line. Fall away jumper, front iron, no. Rebound, Idaho. Garacki 2 of 5 today from the field with 4 points. Idaho with the basketball. They work offensively to our right, 44-27. Cats in front, and Eddie Turner has another steal. He's in transition by himself, going to the rack, lays it up and in with the right hand. The 6th steal of the night by Eddie Turner. Wow. Boy, that long wingspan has been messing with this offense of Idaho, and that turns into the first 2 points for Turner tonight, who averaged over 20 a game last weekend. Cats up 19, Vandals with the ball. Moving around the perimeter. Glassing game from the left wing. 8 to shoot. Picks up the dribble on the left elbow. Down to Mims. Turns. Long hook shot. That's no good. Rebound tipped around. It's loose. And we have a foul as Rob Ford reached in very late. Rob picks up his third early in the second half. Jed Miller coming in. That's a tough break. So Rob will head to the bench with 12 points tonight, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Here's the inbounds pass for Idaho, lobbed out to the top for Julius Mims, and he'll set it up with his Vandals team down by 19. And off for Denker. To the right wing, goes back to the left wing. There's a 3. That's no good. Long rebound, tip. Sam Lekalot won it in traffic, and then he's fouled by Taryn Frank. That's the difference. That's the rebound the Bobcats were not getting in Bozeman against this Idaho team. And we're seeing the Cats bring an extra level of effort rebounding the basketball today, and it has been a team effort tonight. We're going to step aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 16 minutes to go in the ball game. Montana State leading Idaho 46-27. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m. and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana. Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. 16 minutes to go in the second half. Montana State leading 46-27 over Idaho. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Meanwhile, the women at home against Idaho tied at 34 midway through the third quarter. The women have 7 blocks, 3 by Isabel Bunyan in that game. All right, there's the second horn, and we are once again ready for basketball. Inbounds pass tipped to the bounds, and it will stay with Montana State. Garacki will get another opportunity on the left sideline. Tough spot to inbound here, about midway up that left sideline in your own defensive zone. And with the pressure, the Bobcats do get it back in now after Idaho kind of called it off. Eddie Turner takes it into the front court, playing some of the best basketball of his career over the last 3 games. Out to the right wing. Patterson gives to Lecolot. Bounce underneath. Garacki stumbled, rolled his ankle, traveled, and a turnover. Yeah, bounced it down low, and Garacki was in a good spot, but he rolled his ankle. And it's been that kind of stretch for Garacki since late January. Did everything he needed to do, was in a great spot, and then that ankle just gives out. So travel and a turnover by Montana State, only their 8th turnover so far. Idaho has 11. Well, the Bobcats have recorded 10 steals. Eddie Turner's got 6. Idaho into the front court. Hand off to Denker at the top. Works his way to the free throw line. Knocked free again. Tyler Patterson, Eddie Turner team up for the steal. Jed Miller now in transition. Kick to the left corner. Lecolot for 3. No good. Rebound tipped and a foul. Idaho coming over the back, over the top of Jed Miller. So Miller able to draw the foul call. Trayvon Blasingame picks up his first. And even there, not a rebound for Miller, but a good job by the Bobcats just bringing that effort, boxing their men out, drawing some fouls underneath, having one of their better rebounding games, at least in terms of the eye test today. It's been a different sight. Turner. Bounce pass underneath. Olmstead makes a contested catch, pivoting in the restricted area. Kicks it out to Lecolot in the right corner. 5 to shoot. Back to Olmstead. 4 on the right block. 3. Olmstead turns. Fall away jumper. No. Rebound Idaho. Here come the Vandals from left to right. Denker trying to get going. Stops at the free throw line and has to kick it out. Around to Taryn Frank. Hands off to Yearout on the left wing. Yearout with the dribble. Up to Mims, bounce underneath. Frank makes the catch and lays it in. That was a beautiful pass by Mims from the top of the key. Taryn Frank now with 4 points. He threaded the needle there from the top. Montana State leading 46-29, 14:30 to go in the ball game, and a hand check foul on Denker. So Quinn Denker checking Eddie Turner. Denker picks up his first foul. Denker went from JUCO ranks as a freshman of the year there, out to the D2 ranks, Cal State San Marcos last year, and scored 15 a game, and now he's got 2 years left here at Idaho as he settles in as a D1 player and having a great year. He picks up the foul there, and it's Montana State ball. Into Patterson, left baseline jumper, a little bit short. Rebound Idaho. Here come the Vandals. 46-29, Cats on top, 14:20 to go in the second half. Mims out of the left wing, pestered by Lecolot. Throws to Frank. He holds on the right wing. Back up to Mims, around to the left wing. Minnis, 8 to shoot, fires into the left corner, 7. Year out, breaking it down, 5. Down to the left block, underneath, blocked, swatted. Sam Lecolot denies, and Jed Miller picks it up. Bobcats come the other way. Miller takes it to the top of the key. He goes right around an Olmsted screen, picks up the dribble, fires into Olmsted, the right block. Out to Eddie Turner. Crossing over, comes back right, lobs underneath. Olmsted makes the catch. He goes up and slams it with 2 hands. John Olmsted to jam underneath. First 2 points for Olmsted. And Montana State's up 48-29 with 13:25 to go in the game. Idaho with the ball to our right. Gonzalez blocked and fouled. Olmsted went straight up, but he didn't keep his hands up. So Olmsted picks up his second foul. Looked like he jumped straight up, but he did bring the arms down. If you just keep the arms up, you're going to be in good shape. So that sends Christian Gonzalez to the line, a true freshman from California, has missed some time with some injuries. Coming off an 8-point performance against NAU last Saturday. And he misses the first free throw. Gonzalez is sitting at 5 points per game in his true freshman year. By the way, Weber leads by 1 middle of the second half against Northern Colorado. Idaho State up by 6 early in the second. And Montana down by 3 at Eastern early in the second. Gonzalez knocks down the second free throw. 3 points for Christian Gonzalez today. Montana State with the ball, 13:21 to go in the game, and the Bobcats up by 18. Out to Olmsted, contact, no call, down to Patterson in transition, little off balance, and wisely brings it out. But no call at the half-court line while Mims tried to take the offensive foul against Olmsted, who was trying to make the catch. Got to give him space at least to land. Out to Lecolot on the left wing. Comes right around the screen, bounce underneath, Miller, kick out Patterson, left corner, 3 ball. That's no good. Rebound, Mims, and a foul. Lecolot ended up going down hard on the floor. He's a little slow to get up. Crowd voices their displeasure. And Minnis picks up his second foul. It's kind of in traffic. It was hard to see. And Lecolot is a guy that does not flop. He does not embellish calls. Rarely goes down hard. And he's kind of grimacing here after a full body flop. Bounce into Patterson. Spins. Hook. Shot. Rimming. No. Boy, got to a good spot at the top of the restricted area. Patterson could not finish. The Cats unable to take advantage of that over the back foul. Rob Ford getting ready to check in with 3 fouls. And Gonzalez fouled by Tyler Patterson on the left elbow. Missed the jumper, but Patterson picks up his first foul. He kind of kicked his legs out and embellished the call, but then landed on his wrist, and now he's shaking out that hand, and it hurts. You can see it. It's a shooting hand, that right wrist, which already has tape on it. Tough call. Gonzalez taking an extra second. At Montana's Rib and Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. Gonzalez at the line. And the free throw is good. Cats today led by Rob Ford, who has a dozen points. Tyler Patterson has 11. A lot of that came early from the three-point line. John Olmsted taking a seat, 2 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a block today for Olmsted. And Eddie Turner, 2 points, but 4 rebounds and 6 steals for Eddie Turner tonight. Gonzalez misses the free throw. Funny carom off the glass, but the rim. The Bobcats corral the rebound. Montana State into the front court, up by 17. 12 and a half to play in the game. Patterson looking for Walker, didn't have it. Swinging around the perimeter into the left corner. Lecolot up to Walker, top side. He crosses over against Mims, stops on the elbow, gets rid of it to Ford, 9 to shoot. Ford left around a screen, picks up a double team, 6. Ford to the free throw line, handoff for Miller. He's on the drive and a kick. Left corner 3. Lecolot, got it! Jed Miller the dime. Sam Lecolot from downtown. The Bobcat offense looking crisp as a new suit. Montana State up by 20. Christian Gonzalez bricks a three off the top of the backboard. Montana State has the rebound. Walker picked up by a guard, spins down to the left block, now draws the double team, leans in anyway, and finger rolls it home. First field goal in the second half for Brandon Walker. He's got 9 points tonight, and the Bobcats starting to extend their largest lead of the day with 11.5 to play in the game. Mims hands it off on the left wing. Gonzalez kicks to the right wing for Frank. Handoff there. Minnis up to the top. Just hovering around the perimeter here. Out to Mims, and a foul as Mims tried to drive on Walker. His hands got kind of caught in the cookie jar there. It's a hand check foul on Brandon Walker. Actually used his forearms, but first foul on Walker. Time for a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State starting to heat up again in the second half offensively, and they've got their largest lead of the day. Cats up 53-31 over Idaho with 11:18 to go in the ballgame. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
What's in a name? For some, the meaning runs deeper than the word we see in front of us. There's a history to it. We are Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, and the biggest part of our name will always be the smallest, of, because it's the of that connects us, which means we are of our communities, of a promise passed down for a healthier tomorrow. Through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Guaranteed Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Back on at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State leading Idaho. Their largest advantage of the day, Bobcats up 53-31. Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $40 membership fee gets you game tickets, broadcast gear, or Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. Coach Logie having a cordial conversation with one of our officials just to our right. The official doing most of the explaining. Logie gets the last word in. A wry smile from the official, and seemed like they finished at the same spot. All right, here we go. Idaho to inbound. They trail 53-31 midway through the second half. Hardy out of the right corner. Trying to take advantage of a mismatch down low, but Rob Ford denying Taryn Frank. Now they get it down to Frank out on the right baseline. He has to pass out of trouble. Hands off underneath. Year out can't finish, but a putback is good. Takai Hardy able to finish. He's got 5. 11 minutes to go in the game. Montana State up by 20. Ford throws to Lekolot. Around to the right wing. Bounce down to the right baseline. Kick out to the left wing. Here's Ford. Into the left corner. Miller drives the left baseline, pulls up, shoots over the double team, and knocks it home. 5 points for Jed Miller. He's looking confident and comfortable. The bench mob continuing to develop here in February. Frank on the drive, gets underneath, double, turns, pivots, jumper, no. Miller tips the rebound, still loose. Frank gets it on the carom, and then he stepped out of bounds. Good job by Ford backing up. Almost, he was worried he was about to get called for a 4th foul, but he was backing up. He knows the situation he's in with the 3 fouls right now. But good to see Jed Miller playing with some confidence. His stroke is doing what it's supposed to do, 2 for 2 with 1 Wendy's 3-pointers. And John Olmstead has had some big, loud plays, particularly on the glass tonight coming off the bench. Montana State with the ball, 10 1/4 to go in the ball game. Cats trying to close out a tough road victory where they are 2-5 in Big Sky play away from the brick. Miller has a dribble, picks it up, gives it to Walker at the free throw line. He puts it on the floor, spins into the lane, pumps, triple team, still pivoting, and eventually they call a travel. And just couldn't get it out of there as he got viced down. Cats overall shooting 55% from the field. They went 7 of 12 from downtown in the first half, 1 of 4 in the second. Denker down to the right baseline. Kick along the baseline to the left corner. Here's a three. That's good. Ooh, E.J. Neal, tough angle three ball. Pouring it in. Only his 15th three of the year. Idaho trying to gather a little momentum now with 9:35 to go in the game. Forward to the left wing, pestered by Denker. Around the perimeter, over to Garacki on the right wing. Garacki comes back, fires to Miller. Down to Garacki, drives down to the right baseline. Goes up to Walker, 7 to shoot. Walker has the dribble, 5, posting up into the lane on the right block, lays it up, left it short, and a foul. Julius Mims, the late foul, and it'll get Brandon Walker to the line. Big call in favor of the Cats. Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza. Bridger Brewing, cheers to every adventure being better than the last. So that puts Brandon Walker at the line. Looking to go to double figures tonight, sit with 9 points. Averaging 14 a game. And number one of the Big Sky at 57% from the field. First free throw is no good. Bobcats are next in action on Saturday. 3 o'clock Mountain Time tip will be on the air at 2:30. And the Bobcats close it out with a 7 o'clock tip-off versus Weber on Monday, March 4th. Final game of the month of February. Walker puts it up, and good. He splits the pair. 10 points for Brandon Walker today. He's also had a little extra juice on the glass. Idaho with the ball from left to right. Vandals trail by 20. 56-36, Cats in front with 9 minutes to go. Denker down to the mid-post, kicks it out. Mims, open three. No. Long rebound, funny bounce, and Idaho comes away with it. That low kind of line drive off the side of the iron. Drive, reverse layup. That's good. E.J. Neal, shifty finish with the reverse. 5 points for Neal. Montana State in the front court, and then an offensive foul. Miller ran over the screener, and Miller has his first foul. Okay, so fancy bucket for Idaho. Offensive foul on Montana State. Idaho coming right back. This is kind of the moment right now, right? 8:42 to go in the game. And, you know, we know Montana State's had trouble closing out games where they've led for a majority of it. And if you're Idaho, you know about that. You got that in the back of your head. And this is the stretch right now. You'd love to get it down to single digits by that under 4 media timeout, and that'll help. E.J. Neal, left wing three. Smooth stroke, and a 21-point lead cut to 15. So here we go. Excuse me, it was a 22-point lead. Cats got to get the offense back up and running. Handoff for Garacki on the right wing. Rolled his ankle earlier, but back in there. Round to Turner on the perimeter left side. Spins into the paint. Stops, kicks. Ford drives, mid-post left side, kicks it back out, 5 to shoot. Eddie Turner with 3. Turner down to the baseline, kicks it out. Walker, NBA 3. No, got the rim though, and Idaho has the rebound. Uh-oh, look out. E.J. Neal's feeling it. Coming down the floor with his tongue hanging out. Lasers out of his eyes. Dials up a 3. No, heat check, fight for the rebound, and Walker won it. Not an easy rebound. He was getting pressured from behind. Cats into the front court. And the Cats finally get a timeout. Eddie Turner came over. And that will take us to a pause. 7:35 to go in the game. Idaho starting to put a little scoreboard pressure on now. Bobcat offense starting to get a little stingy. So good timeout by Coach Logie and the staff, and they will reset while we take a break from the action. From the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, 7:35 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 56-41 over Idaho. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Working from home has definitely put home projects into overdrive. New landscaping, gardens, patios, and fences. But if you're digging, you're contacting 811. Utility lines, including Northwestern Energy's, can be buried even just a few inches underground, and hitting one can be dangerous. The best way to keep you, the community, and your contractor crew safe is by having lines properly marked. Make your request online at least 2 full business days before you want to dig at call811.com.
Been some high-level hoops tonight with the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Coach Logie sharing a laugh with one of the officials. 7:35 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 56-41. Idaho putting together a small run here, 8-1 run over the last 3 minutes. So they're kind of starting to feel it right now. And if they're going to come back, this feels like the stretch that they're going to do it in. Don't forget now, we will have another quick media timeout. That last pause was for the first used timeout of the second half, so the next whistle will send us to a break as well. Gillogly inbound to the left sideline. His pass was tipped, but it's recovered cleanly by Rob Ford of the backcourt. Cats get into the offensive set coming out of their timeout. Eddie Turner now at the top. Over to Gillogly on the left wing. Back around the perimeter, only 5 to shoot. To Patterson, 3, up to Ford, 2. Ford, step back, top side 3. Airballed it. Shot clock violation. So the Cats could not get it off. That takes us to another media. 7 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 56-41 over Idaho. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
First West Insurance, a Montana-born company, has been helping friends and neighbors protect what they love most since 1972. From home and businesses to farm and ranch to life and health insurance, our team is dedicated to finding solutions that work for you. We believe in creating relationships as deep as our Montana roots. First West, your local insurance agency.
Everybody in your crew identifies as either Big Mac Burger, McNuggets, or McCrispy Sandwich. But you're the Filet-O-Fish Sandwich all day. That crispy fish, that savory tartar sauce, that melty cheese, that pillowy bun. Yeah, you get it. Every time.
Now, BOGO for $1 has your crew covered with Big Mac, Chicken McNuggets, and Filet-O-Fish. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for items equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We remind you that you can see every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with patient experience, second-to-none experienced doctors, and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision is the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. It's your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. All right, here we go. Idaho with the ball. They go from left to right. Now, they have gotten a little momentum here, but 2 quick media stoppages. And that's taken the air out of the ball just a little. But we'll see if Idaho can pump it back up here as they trail 56-41. 7:16 to go in the game. So the Bobcats trying to close this thing out. They've led all night. They got off to an early hot start in this one. And they have controlled the scoreboard throughout to this point. Again, Idaho has hit a couple of quick shots here, and they're on an 8-1 run over the last 3.5 minutes, trying to extend that now as Idaho gets into the offensive set. Again, Montana State up 56-41. Ooh, and a tight hand check on Eddie Turner. Haven't seen that yet today. It's been a loosely officiated game in a good way. It's been an aesthetically pleasing ball game today, to be sure. Inbounds coming for Idaho. Lob up to Mims at the top. Again, for Eddie, that was his second foul. Rob has 3. Denker on the drive to the mid-post, kicks it out. Mims measures out a 3, and it's good. His 18th 3-ball of the year. Julius Mims pouring it in. He hasn't done much today, just 5 points. He's really been a big part of their offensive engine lately. Cats up by 12. Walker into the lane, spinning up, draws the foul. Big swat by Mims. And Brandon Walker will go to the line as Mims picks up his second foul. So nice job by the Cats to get a paint touch there. Walker with 10 points tonight, 7 rebounds, hunting his first double-double of the year. He was close last time out with 19 points, 9 rebounds. It's against Sac. First of the 2 for Walker. No good. Brandon Walker 2 of 5 from the free throw line. He has shot all but one of the free throws for Montana State. Lekelot 0 for 1. And Idaho just 5 of 8 from the free throw line. So they've swallowed the whistles tonight. Walker misses them both. 2 big misses late. And now a chance for Idaho to make this a single-digit game with 6:35 remaining. Denker tries a jumper, no good from the elbow. Rebound tip, Patterson wins it. Bobcats have it, and they'll go from right to left. This is a huge offensive possession for Montana State as they've been scoreless for nearly 3 minutes now. Up to the top, around to Lekelot. Into Ford, back up top, Lekelot. Oh, thought about a 3, and then just gets hit by Frank. He's trying to close out on a potential 3, so Frank picks up the 3rd foul. And that will have Montana State shooting 1-1. 8th team foul on Idaho. So big free throws here. The 8th and potentially 9th of the night for Montana State. Cats have just 2 makes on their first 7 attempts. Walker will take a seat. Garacki into the game along with Lekelot, Patterson, Ford, and Turner. And Turner and Logie having a heartfelt conversation right now near the half-court line. Turner's been a beast with 6 steals tonight, and the front end is no good. Oh, an abysmal shooting night from the free throw line for the Bobcats. We hope that doesn't come back to hurt him with 6:05 to go. 12-point lead for the Cats. Vandals with the ball. Chance to make it a 10-point or single-digit game here with a bucket. Ball moving around the perimeter. Up to Mims. Bounce pass to Neal, who's been hot. Takes it to the top. Neal on the drive. Had it poked free. It's loose on the floor. Patterson dives down on the hardwood and comes away with it. Cats force another turnover. The 14th of the night for Idaho. And Garacki draws a foul as Denker got in. Said something quick to the official. Gave him a glare and kept on moving. It's good officiating right there. You hear him, but you don't want him to start getting too excited. You let him know that that's not okay, and sometimes just a stern look will do it. Easy call by the official. So Garacki going to the line. It's a 1-1. Cats need to hit some free throws now. Shooting into the student section of the brass. The front end is good. That one looked clean. 5 points for Brian Garacki, who has struggled from the free throw line lately, but he is still, even with some struggles, first in the Big Sky at 87% from the stripe. He was well over 90% for the first 2.5, almost 3 months of the season. So he earns another. And that second free throw is good. 6 points for Brian Garacki, which is the total amount of points he has scored over the last 2 games. Montana State up 58-44. 5:35 to go in the game. Gonzalez trying to turn the corner. Cut off by 2 defenders. Throws it up top. Mims makes a contested catch. Kicks to Frank. He's driving a kick into the right corner. That 3-ball well short. And Neal nearly had the rebound, but Eddie Turner knocked it away again. Here comes Montana State. Ford to Patterson. Back to Ford. He backs it out. Gets the play call in. Around the perimeter. Over to Garacki on the left wing. Takes it down to the mid-post left side. Garacki kicks to the right corner. Patterson lets it fly. No, too strong on the 3-ball, and that did not look like the play the Cats were trying to implement. Neal lobs underneath. Mims makes the catch and lost it out of bounds. It's going to be Montana State ball. 4:54 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 58-44. They've led by as much as 22 tonight, thanks in part to a hot shooting night from 3, primarily in the first half. 1 of 7 from the three-point line in the second half. Time to close this thing out. Idaho's made a little bit of their run now. You want to cut that off now. Ford hands it off to Garacki. Gives it to Turner at the top. Turner to the left wing. Throws over to Lekalot. Dials up a right wing 3. Short. Rebounder out of bounds, and it'll be Idaho ball. At Montana's Ribbon Shop House, they have been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. Idaho with the ball to our right. Gonzalez bounces to Mims, and he dribbled it off his own foot. Out of bounds, Bobcat basketball. Mims having a tough night tonight. 5.6 rebounds, but now 5 turnovers after that one. .425 remaining. 58-44. Montana State with the ball at the lead. A lead they've had all night. They came out firing early. Like a lot to Garacki. Up to Turner at the top. Driving with a lefty dribble underneath and traveled. Yep. Didn't stop his momentum in a turnover by Montana State. Their 11th of the day. Now, the big question after this, regardless of the outcome, will be, can the Bobcats keep this energy up on Saturday? Because stringing 2 high-energy games together has been a little tough with the limitations they've had in terms of their bench depth. Although that depth getting a little better now. Around the perimeter, out to the right wing. Minnis sets it up with 9 to shoot for Idaho. Minnis to the top, slings to Mims. Right wing 3, way off the mark. Frank trying to save it, and he does, but to the Bobcats. So Montana State gets the stop they needed. Leading 58-44 with 3:30 remaining in the ball game. Montana State trying to close it out and get back to 500 in Big Sky play. Got to have this one to stay out of that bottom 4. And got to have this one if you're going to keep a lane to a winning Big Sky season. Ford crossing over into the lane. Stops mid-post right side. Bounce underneath, and Lekalot draws the foul before the shot. Gonzalez wrapped him around. Could have been a foul on Taryn Frank, who was up over the hips of Rob Ford, but in the end, the foul's called on Gonzalez. The Bobcats will have 2 free throws after this timeout. 3:15 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading Idaho 58-44. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The snow is falling and temps are dropping, Bobcat fans, so it's the perfect time to cozy up with heartwarming soups and comfort food. Elevate your kitchen game and create magic tonight with La Cuisine's premium cookware. Don't forget the secret ingredient, a new top-selling cookbook. Attend a cooking class and you'll learn how to make every meal a slam dunk. La Cuisine is Bozeman's boutique kitchen store, and we can help you create the perfect table with our curated Montana-made and European dining treasures. Discover the ideal blend of style and functionality at La Cuisine, 2405 West Main.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m., and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana. If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State trying to close this thing out on the road, up 58-44 over Idaho with 3:15 to go in the game. The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal, supporting student athletes. Northern Colorado and Weber State are tied with 2 minutes to go in the second half. Idaho State leading by just 1 at home against NAU with 4.5 to play in that one. And Eastern Washington leading by 5 with 6 minutes to go against Montana. Meanwhile, the women are in the final minute of their ball game, and they are down by 6 against Idaho. Sam Lecolot is at the free throw line for Montana State. He's got 2 free throws here. First is good. Nice to see. Cats have struggled from the stripe today, but they've now hit their last 3. Bobcat basketball is brought to you in part by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Next free throw is good. Let's start something great. So Lecolot hits both free throws. He's got double figures tonight, 10 points for Lecolot today, 7th time in his career. And 5th time this year to score 10 or more. Idaho into the front court. Denker slings out to the right wing. You're out. Tries the 3. That's no good. Rob Ford the rebound, and then he got hit coming down. Threw his head back to embellish the call. 3rd rebound for Ford, who's got 12 points with 2 assists and 3 steals plus a block tonight. Been playing in some foul trouble today. So Ford will have a pair of free throws now. The first is good. Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Ford leading all scorers now. 13 points. That free throw is good. Ford hits them both. So the Cats, after a slow start at the stripe, starting to hit some clutch free throws now. Idaho with the ball. Denker into the mid-post, kicks it out to the top. Gonzalez down to the left elbow, throws it back out to Frank. Frank on the drive down to the right block, pivots underneath and draws the foul on Lecolot, who bit on the shot fake. First foul on Lecolot. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. 2:39 to go in the game. 7th team foul on Montana State, so Taryn Frank is shooting a 1-1, a 64% free throw shooter. Excuse me, not a 1-1. It was a shooting foul, so that's the first free throw of the 2, and Frank does hit that, so he'll have another here. Jed Miller getting ready to come back in. 13 points for Jed tonight. Next free throw is through. Taryn Frank has 6 points. 2:39 remaining. Montana State up 62-46. So feeling decently comfortable now. Although hard to feel comfortable with the way some of these late game situations have played out for Montana State throughout the year. Inbound along the right sideline, and Jed Miller breaks a little press. The Cats into the front court leading 62-46. Turner milking the clock down. Not many possessions left. Montana State trying to close this out. Had 13 steals today. Eddie Turner has 7 steals in this game. Skip into the right corner. Miller skies to make the catch. 5 to shoot. Miller puts up a 3. That's no good. Lecolot an offensive rebound, and he kicks it out to Eddie Turner. Not a moment too soon. And with this possession, the clock will wind well under 2 minutes. Montana State a chance to get back to 500 in Big Sky play with a win tonight Turner on the drive, dribbled it off his foot. Are they going to call that on Idaho, rather? Oh, they did call it off of Idaho. I thought it was going to be off of Turner because looked like it hit Turner's foot first, but I guess not. And then it rolled off of Gonzalez's foot. So another break there for the Cats. Inbounding with 20 seconds on the shot clock, 1:54 remaining. Into the right corner for Turner. Lobs out to Rob Ford on the right wing. He'll slow it down. Montana State trying to get to 13-16, 8-8 in Big Sky play with a win tonight. Ford to the left elbow. Down to the left baseline, pulls up the jumper. That's no good. Idaho the rebound. That's okay. Burned 30 seconds or more off the clock on those last two possessions. Denker down into the lane, spins, doubles, bounce pass underneath, bobbled and recovered by Idaho. Hardy lost it, recovers, doubled, his pass knocked it out of bounds, staying here with Idaho. And the Bobcats swarming defensively today. This has been a great defensive game. Idaho shooting 34% from the field, 11 percentage points below their season average. The inbounds pass out to Frank on the right wing. 1:20 remaining, Montana State up 62-46, one of their best defensive efforts of the season. Bounce to Frank at the free throw line, working underneath, goes up, lays it short. Lecolot was there with the defense, and then Ford had the rebound. He's a little slow to get up here. He also went right into the official. I think his head hit the knee of the official. So the official a little banged up. He's doubled over on the baseline right now. Ford is back on his feet. That's a good sign.
Check it. They have to check it. It's 2 minutes. You got to check it.
So I think they're going to check the possession here. But good to see Ford back up and walking around. Kind of went down hard there. We've seen him obviously banged up throughout the year. So they're going to look at the possession. And the official is okay. He's walking gingerly over the scores table. Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for healthy immune systems and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. The women lose tonight. Tough loss. So they fall against Idaho at home. They split the season series against the Vandals. They lose 58-53 despite putting 4 players in double figures. So the Bobcats go to 9-7 on the women's side. And here the Cats trying to close it out with 1:07 remaining. They are reviewing the possession. Northern Colorado leading Weber by 4. Northern Arizona's come from behind. They lead by 2 at Idaho State. And Eastern starting to pull away up by 9 with 4 minutes to go against Montana. So they have reviewed the call. And the possession will stay with Idaho. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 1:07 to go in the game. Montana State up 62-46. Lob into Frank out on the right wing. Up to the top. Around to the left corner. The drive and a kick. You're out. Top side 3. No good. Rebound. Rob Ford comes down with it. Under a minute remaining. And the Bobcats will burn this thing down. So 50 seconds to go in the game. Montana State up 62-46. And they've got it all but locked up. Looking for their 3rd road victory of the Big Sky season and their 4th overall this year. 10 seconds to shoot. Ford has the dribble. Gets into the offense with 8. Ford to his left, 6. Ford crosses over into the lane, pulls up, floater, teardrop. No, Frank has the rebound. But final 30 seconds of the game, shot clock and game clock identical. Frank into the lane, picks up the basketball, tries a little jumper, and it swirls home. And Frank gets it to fall. And the Bobcats will dribble it out. So Rob Ford in the backcourt. Montana State is going to win this one on the road. A much-needed victory. The Bobcats back to 500 at 8-8 in Big Sky play. Cats are 13-16 overall. Still a shot for a winning Big Sky season. And the Cats continuing to bolster their bid for a bye into the quarterfinals of the Big Sky tournament. The score is final. The best defensive night of the year. Montana State wins it 62-48 over Idaho. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Like most Montana parents, I disapprove of teens using marijuana.
ParentingMontana.org has information for me to learn about Montana's marijuana laws.
For example, it's illegal for someone under the age of 21 to possess or consume marijuana unless they are a medical marijuana card holder.
I also use ParentingMontana.org to establish our family's rules about marijuana and help my teen manage peer pressure.
ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success.
Brought to you by SAMHSA and Montana DPHHS.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, local banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Bridger Brewing. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, mountains and mines. And by Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Equal housing lender. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. This is Bobcat Postgame.
Thanks to their best defensive effort of the season, Montana State comes away with a road victory at Idaho tonight, winning 62-48, holding the Vandals to just 34% shooting from the field. Welcome to the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. Ribbon Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. Cats had 7 offensive rebounds today. They were -2 on the glass, but they were great in the first half in that regard. And Eddie Turner had 7 steals as the Cats recorded 13 total steals in this ball game. And Montana State had 23 points off of Idaho's 17 turnovers today. So they hold Idaho under 50 points with the victory to go to 8-8 in Big Sky play and continue to solidify a potential first-round bye in the Big Sky tournament starting next week. All right, we're going to take another break on the Raven Chop House postgame show. Bobcats win it 62-48 over the Vandals. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back at the Ribbon Shop House post-game show. Bobcats winning it 62-48 over Idaho. I'm Keaton Gillogly, joined now by head coach Matt Logie. Coach, man, what a ball game. What an effort tonight. We talked about energy all week long. What did you think of the effort tonight?
I'm really proud of the guys. You know, we like we talked about, you know, this one was going to come down to energy and effort on the defensive end, and to hold them to 34% shooting and 417 turnovers is indicative of the attitude and the mentality that these guys had, not only in the prep, but, you know, starting the game and starting the second half as well.
Eddie Turner had 7 steals tonight. What did you see how he was ball hawking today?
Well, you know, the thing that we've been really trying to get Eddie to improve on is, you know, his engagement when his man doesn't have the ball. He applies a lot of pressure. He's very good on the ball, and then you know, he's got such good speed that if we can engage that activity when his man doesn't have the ball, especially off of the right people at the right times, making smart, educated chances. You know, all the steals that he got today were times where it was smart of him to go and attack the basketball, and certainly 5 steals in the first half was tremendous, and 7 for the game is just incredible.
Depth has been an issue all year, but Jed Miller and John Olmstead seemed to provide a spark. What did you see for the bench mob tonight?
Yeah, they were great. You know, Jed came in there, scored 2 buckets for us. John had a big finish and big offensive rebound and sprayed it out to Sam for the 3. Obviously, their fishing excursions have helped them, you know, stay on the same page and know where they are on the floor. But really proud of those guys because that's hard to do throughout the year. There were big windows of time where they weren't in the rotation, but they stayed with it, and they're playing good basketball now and getting rewarded for it.
Fun to see. All right, Coach, we'll talk again from Cheney with Eastern Washington on tap.
Thanks. Go Cats.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie as the Bobcats win it today 62-48 over Idaho. Back with more of the Ribbon Shop House postgame show. After this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Serious question. Have you ever shopped deals so good